Alright, so I'm going to do a video because I had a dog of a time trying to figure out what the problem was. This is on a Jeep Grand Cherokee 2006. My alternator quit working. Instead of replacing it, I put a multimeter with red on this post, the output, and ground to the negative post. And what I got was 30 volts. And what that tells me is that the computer is telling the alternator to start producing. It's giving an electric current to the insides. I don't know what the technical term is, but basically it's providing a magnetic field, which makes this produce power. So if it's 30 volts here, but this is supposed to be 12, that means that the computer isn't detecting that there's an increase in voltage here, so it's trying to output more. And that tells me that the link between here and here is bad. I had to disassemble the water hose so that I could get access, and also removed 3 bolts holding the power steering pump that was in the way. All these wires from the factory are sealed up really good so you can't get to them, and I had to get to them. And what I found was the cable from the alternator, which then goes down to the starter, has a fusible link that essentially burned up. The night before, I left the ignition on when I rolled the windows up, but I forgot to turn it off. So I think what happened was the alternator tried to charge the battery, which was near dead, and all of that current messed it up. I've already removed the cables from the starter. I cut all the wire shield all the way down so I could put my own later and get to all the wires. But here's where it looks like on the starter, where it attaches, and that's the other end that burned. So it's essentially alternator to the starter, starter to the battery. You could probably cheap it out and put your own fuse in there. I'll probably go and get the original wire just so that it's right. But if there's power coming out of here, especially 30 volts, but nothing here, or not obviously just basic 12 volts, not anything else, then I would be looking at this fusible link, because it should be a direct link between here and here. There's nothing, it's a direct link, and if it's not, then that fuse is busted. Hope that helped.